Warning, the opinions expressed in the following program are that of the host and or guest. They do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Complex Networks, Yahoo Sports, its affiliates, or any employee thereof. This show may contain adult humor and profanity and may not be suitable for general audiences. Now that we got all that corporate bullshit out the way, let's start the show.
Push, 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 push. Touchdown! Hot potato. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Open the beer. Chuck it. No.
Touchdown!
And that's why Casual Fridays are trash. Touchdown!
Seriously, guys, act like you've been there before.
Can you hear me now? Huh.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Mostly Football. I'm Ben. That's the Super Bowl champion, king creator, and the muffin eater, Martellus, funny man, James. We are Mostly Football, and we're here to celebrate as much as we want to, as choreographed as we want to. We might even have cell phones underneath the chairs later on in the show. We can do whatever we want because we're Mostly Football.
You know what I think?
What?
Muffins are the cupcakes of the morning.
Deep shit. All right, we'll get to that segment a little bit later on the show as well. Tonight, we've got a surprise guest for How Many Bucks and a whole lot more. Former American Idol winner Jordin Sparks is going to show us how to make pumpkin spice cake and whip it in the kitchen like it's stir-fried. Take your pick, Rodgers or Braves. Who do you got? And Marty's man date with his old teammate and the inspiration behind the CW's All-American Spencer Paysinger.
Do you think it's a difference from when guys choose to leave the game and when the game spits the guys out?
Oh, absolutely. I've had some people that say, play as long as you can.
Why play football when you could create a show about football?
Thursday night's going to be lit at Heinz Field. We got a good one this evening. The Panthers quietly under the radar at 6-2 and winners of 5 of their last 6. They travel to Pittsburgh to take on the suddenly hot Pittsburgh Steelers, who have won their last 4 in a row. No Le'Veon, no problem, right, Marty? The Steelers got this?
Well, I think they're doing a good job. I think the kid Connor is doing a good job running the ball. It shows a lot of times you have a really good offensive line that plays well together and you move the ball a lot with receivers and things like that. It opens up a lot of stuff for a running back. And I think that, you know, he's doing a great job. Le'Veon is a better player, is more dynamic, but they're doing well without him.
Le'Veon's still not cashing checks. How's it make you feel?
You know what? Honestly, you know, he's living his life. You know, he's making his decision. He's got his team of people who are just on board with that. I know they saw him in, like, the 24-hour fitness. You know, so he's hooping, he's doing stuff, he's busy.
Oh, he's got his team of people, and we got our team at Mostly Football. We got some of the best in the business, including Marty's best friend, Desi Brown, who was on the scene at Heinz Field with the inside scoop.
What's up, MFers? This is best friend Desi coming to you live. Now, I know the game's about to start, but here I am, camped outside of Le'Veon Bell's house, trying to get that exclusive interview. And here he comes, right now. Shh. Hey, Le'Veon. What's good? This is Desi Brown, Mostly Football. And we know you still holding out, but can we get an interview right quick? What? For real? Well, can you at least give me James Conner number? Le'Veon, Man, Le'Veon out here tripping. He said he go hold out on our interview until he get a better option. But we wasn't gonna pay him either. But this is Desi Brown for Mostly Football. Back to you in the studio. Hey, can we franchise tag an interview?
See, I thought he was at Heinz Field, but that's why Desi's the best in the business. He goes to where the story is. He goes to Le'Veon's house.
You know that you're not in a good situation when you're outside of someone's house and you have to go, shh.
That's never good.
That's creepy as shit. If you ever have to say shh in front of someone's house, rethink everything that you're doing and go the opposite direction.
Great work as always, Desi. All right, NFL managers, general managers, they have to take they have to make tough decisions every single day, right? To be an NFL GM, you got to be a really smart guy. So, Marty, we're going to have you put on your NFL GM hat here at Mostly Football, and we're going to have you make some tough decisions,
Yeah,
right?
this is great. There's not a lot of black GMs in the NFL, so I'm happy I get to
start
be
with the Steelers, where Coach Mike Tomlin said they want volunteers in Pittsburgh, not hostages. Le'Veon Bell cryptically tweeted upside down yesterday about not judging him and still hasn't signed his contract. Meantime, his backup, James Conner, is playing like a Pro Bowler. Conner goes for his 4th straight 100-yard game tonight. Le'Veon is one of the premier backs in the league, but James Conner is a much cheaper and a lot easier option if you're the Steelers, don't you think, Marty? Who you got, Conner or Le'Veon Bell?
Well, in this situation, if I am the GM of the Steelers, I would have traded Le'Veon and got what I could for him when he was available. Now it's too late in the season. You can't really make trade deadlines. So now you just got this guy that's on your team who doesn't volunteer for free. There's no one playing in the NFL that's a fucking volunteer. That's the dumbest shit that a coach could say. We want volunteers, not hostages. Everyone's a hostage to their contract, and you guys are holding Le'Veon Bell as a hostage to his contract. So shut the fuck up with that shit. But I'm riding with James Conner, the cheaper option. But they can't get any value for Le'Veon now, so they just ruined that whole deal.
Well, thanks for showing the entire world what James Conner looks like, because I think that's the first time his face has been on any type of recorded show, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Can I hop in here? I just would like to
dude.
say that I think they should stick with the cheaper option as well, because as a comedian, I'm often casted as the cheaper option when they want, say, a Kevin Hart or a Chris Rock, and then I come in there and I do my thing, and then everybody becomes fans of mine, and it works out. So sometimes you got to go with the cheaper option, and then you be like, damn, I didn't even need the bigger dudes. What I'm saying is, man, put me in a movie.
James Davis, the James Conner of comedy, coming to a theater near you. All right, the Saints just signed Dez Bryant, also a cheaper option, and they don't even really need him. In what might have been a preview of the NFC Championship game, the Saints outplayed my LA Rams last weekend in the Dome. Meantime, the Chiefs, they just keep on rolling. Marty, you can only have one young quarterback. Take your pick. You got Jared Goff or Pat Mahomes?
See, what you guys are looking at right now with these two guys is the future conversation of Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. You got the guy that's going to be super, super talented, and Mahomes who could do everything with the ball. But I think Jared's going to end up winning more championships because of his team and his total surrounding. So I think this is going to future conversation of, like, who's the great? Who would you rather have? Who's better, Brady or Rodgers? Is going to be Mahomes or Goff?
You know, I look at these faces.
I don't want anyone. I think
it just makes me feel like shit because these dudes are so young. Like, I got to get my life together. Like, those kids are like kids.
Well, everyone learns life at their own pace. Don't let another man dictate the pace of your life. You know what I'm saying? So just stay steady, always moving forward, always moving up and going in the right direction, and you too will be great someday.
Thanks for the positive affirmation, Marty. I appreciate that. When Michael Thomas of the Saints scored the touchdown that led to that flip phone being, I don't know, taken out of the end zone and using that celebration. Well, he beat Rams quarterback Marcus Peters, and Marcus actually owned it.
Right up there in press. Can you back that mic up a little bit on my face, though? I appreciate it. Shit happens like that in football. Shit happens like that in football. Yeah, man, I got beat. You know, communication, regardless of all that, you're going to get beat in football.
Totally healthy?
Huh?
Are you totally
Why
healthy?
You asking me that? See, I'm asking you. See, I'm asking you a question now. You feel me?
Yeah, that's how you do it. Why are you asking me that? Why are you all in my shit?
Marty's giving his Marty Award to this week, maybe.
Yeah, I might switch it up.
Well, shit happens isn't just an awesome thing that you can say in an interview. It's perhaps the only cool bumper sticker, along with Obama 08 of all time. So thanks to Marcus Peters' interview, a struggling industry is thinking dollar signs. Take a look.
Don't you wish your car's bumper could tell people how you really feel? Spice up that car caboose with Marcus Peters Bump and Run stickers. Let the back of your ride answer questions in stride with gems like
shit happens like that in football. Can you back that mic up a little bit on my face, though? I appreciate it.
And of course,
how long ago that was? No. See, we asking the question. See, don't get mad at me when I ask you a question. No. See, I'm asking you. See, I'm asking you a question now. You feel me?
Call now, and we'll throw in this Marcus Peters Hold My Windshield Sunshine. Add some flair to that auto booty. Call now. Feel me?
See my Christmas shopping a little early here on Mostly Football. All right, Marty, last Sunday was an epic battle between two of your exes. TB12 and the Patriots beat Aaron Rodgers and the Packers 31-17 in what most everyone considered a showdown of the two best quarterbacks in league history. Marty, I've heard you call Brady the best ever, but take your pick. You got Aaron Rodgers or Drew Brees? as the greatest
I
quarterback.
wouldn't call these my exes. I think one was a relationship and the other one was a one-night stand. So, you know what I'm saying, that lasted it was a weekend. You know what I'm saying, you go somewhere for a weekend, you meet somebody, you have a good time, and then you go separate ways after the weekend is over. Never hear from them again, but you do what you did.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Talk about my exes. You talking about, so between Breeze and Rodgers.
Yeah, we know you think Brady's the GOAT because he is, but between Breeze and Rodgers, and Breeze also doesn't get the love he deserves, who you got?
Man, what Breeze just did recently with I think Breeze has won more games. Statistically, they're both what and what. I think this is a more of a, because they both won Super Bowl, once? Mm-hmm. So I think this is a better comparison between the two because, man, there's no one that throws the ball like Breeze and there's no one that throws the ball like Aaron. You know, so I don't really know. I don't want to pick between these two.
All right, James, settle score. Who you got? You got Aaron Rodgers or Drew Brees?
This is a tough one.
That really is tough. Like, I know I was supposed to come here and just drop an answer, but dang.
But I think Drew Brees has won more games.
So you're going Drew Brees? Both of you guys have been talking for 4 minutes and haven't picked which head on a stick you think is better. So it's clearly really
I'm just happy it's not my head on a stick.
You know, because you know how they used to do us.
Okay, well.
They didn't go that far.
They didn't go
that far. They didn't put their heads on the sticks.
Take your pick. Who's the best team in the NFL right now? The Patriots, the Chiefs, my Rams, or the Saints? Use these quarterbacks, use these players to determine what the best team in the NFL.
I think the highest team in the NFL right now are the Saints. Coming off that win against the Rams and what they've been doing, all those road games back to back. You can never count out the Patriots. The Patriots are great. You know, I just want to see if Mahomes.
Packers out of here, though.
Yeah, Packers are. I don't know how Mike McCarthy is still not on the hot seat. I mean, I guess every seat in Green Bay is cold. But Mahomes, I want to see how they last the rest of the season, if he's able to withstand and keep up the pace that they're going. It's really good. And then I think the Rams, I'm happy that the Rams lost. I think it's better for them to lose now than later, just to get over that so they don't have to deal with the adversity of losing later in the year.
Brother.
Yeah, I know. How many
brother.
How many teams? You literally picked the whole NFL.
I mean, I just never thought
Who's the best team in the NFL, Marty? I don't know, the entire NFL.
I just don't know. Y'all got the best teams listed up there. All I know is I got 3 white men head on a stick, and that's just funny in itself.
Well, somewhere where things are not going well, it's in Big D. Dallas, another one of your teams, they've had an awful season. Troy Aikman, he's calling for the whole organization to make changes. Despite losing to the Titans, owner Jerry Jones gives his full support to quarterback Dak Prescott. Marty, as I said, you played in Dallas. Take your pick. Do you want Dak or another embattled quarterback, say, I don't know, Derek Carr? Who would you like to see as the quarterback in Dallas?
I don't know why I'm getting all the tough questions today.
Oh, damn, brother.
My bad. Does our insurance cover that? Well, are you asking me if Jason Garrett should be fired?
No, I'm asking you who should be the quarterback of the future in Dallas. Should you go long-term Dak Prescott, or would you go outside the building and try to get another high-profile guy like a Derek Carr?
Well, shit. I mean, Derek has proven that he could do more than Dak can. You know what I'm saying? I think John Gruden's just ruined everyone's life down there. So you just see, I wouldn't be surprised if Derek got in the car and drove down to Dallas.
Speaking of John Gruden, and I think I know what you're going to say on this one. Got another bonus pick.
No answers for these.
You want Jason Garrett or John Gruden as your coach long-term in Dallas? Thanks, Nick. What do you got? You got Gruden or Jason Garrett long-term in Dallas or in the Raiders with Gruden? Who do you like?
Well, everyone pretty much knows I don't fuck with Jason Garrett. You know what I'm saying? So that's out of the question. And I ain't really fucking with John Gruden right now. I'm going to college and find me a quarterback. I mean a coach.
Go to college.
Is that bad? You can find a quarterback
in college. It sounds like you should find some other things down in college
and
as well.
A quarterback and a coach.
Well, speaking of quarterbacks, last one here. Sam Darnold's out this week with a sprained ankle, and that might be a blessing. The Jets rookie called his play Sunday stupid after he threw his league-leading 14th pick. Marty, you get one of the first-round quarterbacks. You get Sam Darnold. You get Baker. You get Josh Rosen, Josh Allen, or Lamar Jackson. Who's the quarterback from the first round you think's having the best season so far?
Shit.
For the future, this season, next 10 years, who you got?
I'm going with Lamar Jackson. I just think they need to put him in a game. Every time he's in, he's making things happen. He's playing receiver. He's all over the place. He's doing more for the team than the other quarterbacks are doing. They're only playing one position.
Side note, this picture of Lamar Jackson looks like a young Samuel L. Jackson.
Don't do that to us.
It's like
a Pulp Fiction prequel, it looks like.
Either way, I just wanted to tell a joke as a segue into my portion of the show, because it's my turn. Let me toss it like Martellus. It's my turn. Ben's got to pass the mic. Now it's my turn. First up, big baller brands coming to Ohio, and I'm not talking about the Cavs. 17-year-old LaMelo Ball, the youngest Ball brother.
Yeah.
Inspire Academy, a 45-student school, 45, in Geneva, Ohio, to play hoop his senior year. Melo have a future in the league, guys. And what high school has 45 people? That's a club. That's a meeting. That's not a high school.
Yeah, I graduated with like 3,000 people. So, I mean, I don't have no idea where you find a school with 45 people in it that's in this, whatever going on. I don't know what the shit is they're doing with this whole thing they're doing with him.
I think the fact that he found...
Let's just start the whole show.
He found the one place on earth where he's going to go and he's going to be like, damn, I wish I was in Lithuania. Like, now he's in Geneva, Ohio. And I love LaMelo. I think he's a funny dude. I think he's a great basketball player. And his journey to take him to his senior year now to Ohio, it's like such a weird route to follow his dream. So anybody who chases the dream from Lithuania to Ohio...
Here's my issue, though.
Keep on.
Who is he going to be playing against? Obviously, there's not going to be a lot of competition. There's only 45 kids at his school, so that means every other kid in the district, or every school in the district probably has 45 kids. So the talent pool is very, very low. They want to go up here so they can put up these awesome numbers instead of putting them in one of the toughest leagues. Yeah. Go to Oak Hill Academy or something.
I agree with you on that, but I'd love LaMelo. So
just stop. Just stop. Put the boy in school and just give up on this plan. He's not going pro. LaGello's not going pro. Lonzo, the whole Ball plan just needs to stop.
Never lost. Never lost.
You know it's bad when they have to announce him going to a high school. Like, they were supposed to announce he's been drafted by, like, a professional team. They're like, LaMelo just got signed by high school in Ohio.
I don't know what they're doing.
It's not working. Anyway, next up. NFL players aren't the only ones catching heat for taking a knee. This guy proposed to his girlfriend while she was running Sunday's New York City Marathon. He got down on one knee at the mile marker 16. She said yes, and then kept it pushing. She kept on running. Girls got game. She still finished in 4 hours, 24 minutes. Twitter roasted his ass, because that's the most selfish thing ever. Your girl's trying to run a marathon.
That's selfish as fuck. Why don't you get to the finish line? At least wait. That's just inconsiderate. I would not marry him. I would have said no. That's very inconsiderate. He's not thinking of you. He's not putting you first. And he's not letting you run towards your dreams. He's interrupting your goals and your life to make it about him. So that's a red light, young lady. So if I'm you, I'm questioning his whole attitude about the whole thing. And why does he want the attention on him and not letting you finish your greatness? He could have waited 4 hours later.
I agree.
And think about this.
Let's
it's
talk
mile marker 16, right? As a native New Yorker, I'm thinking to myself, here's a guy who puts the woman of his dreams, his wife, into harm's way. He's like, here's a diamond ring. Now go run through the South Bronx.
So,
like, why is he doing that?
See, know what I would do?
Why did you do that to the woman you care about? It's insane.
I'm going to give you guys a little game right now. What he should have did was he should have trained and ran the race with her. And when they finished the race, finished the race, he would say, you're the only one I want to run through life with when you marry me.
Because
that would have been playing shit.
Because really, the race is a metaphor for their relationship.
The marathon of life.
Marathon of life. Are you going to be with someone who's going to train with you?
Or are you going to be on the sidelines?
Because when you get married,
come to our seminar.
Yes.
It's coming to a city near you. Ben, Martellus, and James's relationship seminar. We will help you and your partner get through the marathon of life. Put the number down there on the Chiron. 1-800-MARATHON-LOVERS.
Last thing about this. Because when you get married, you inherit each other's dreams. Her dreams become your dreams, and your dreams become her dreams. So that way, you dream together. No longer do we have separate dreams. So the idea of us dreaming together, and one of your dreams was to finish a marathon, I should be participating in that with you to show, even if I don't finish the race, I give it everything I got because that's what I'm going to do in life in our relationship.
Real talk.
And I'm not talking about divorce.
I wish I had a ring in my pocket. I get on one knee and propose to you. That was inspiring,
Yeah,
dude.
you know what I'm saying. I've been married for 7.5 years, and we're happy.
Yeah. Happy. He be painting his wife and stuff and putting it on Instagram with art and stuff. It's just too happy. Get it out of here. Anyway, finally, here's some coach-on-coach verbal crime. The internet lost its damn mind when lip readers caught Texans coach Bill O'Brien apparently calling Broncos coach Vance Joseph a dumb fuck. After the Broncos missed a 62-yard field goal, allowing the Texans to score right before half. O'Brien denies it, but we can read lips enough to see that it happened.
Coach Beef. Coach Beef is
that's
real.
what's that in competition? If someone take a badass shot in the basketball game, you be like, man, that dumb fuck. You don't think that the Golden State called J.R. Smith a dumb fuck when they went to the sideline? You know what I'm saying? So I think
the Cavaliers called him a dumb fuck.
So being called a dumb fuck in a competitive thing when you make a mistake and someone else is able to capitalize it is a normal thing. We're competing.
I like having these coaches mic'd up when they come shake hands at half, at midfield at the end of the game. And honestly, that's a real emotion. And we have cameras everywhere now in the NFL. And Marty's absolutely right. Like, you're competing against someone, and the guy fucked up. So
and this may be a controversial statement, but I feel like in society we need to let people know they're a dumb fuck more often, because a lot of people are doing dumb stuff and not being called out, then perpetually continuing the dumbness in the future. So if we could just stop all dumbnicity by calling out dumb fucks, I think we can grow as a nation.
Here's the James Davis 2020. All right, Bill O'Brien, he may or may not have called Vance Joseph a dumb fuck. Regardless, easy segue to my grandma. Shout out to the Chicago Bears. She's a diehard Bears fan. It's her favorite segment on our show. It's How Many Fucks.
I thought you were about to say she died a Bears fan.
She will die a Bears fan. All right, today on Mostly Football, we got a special guest for How Many Fucks. Last time I saw him, we were in a Dominican airport suffering from food poisoning, so we're in a far better place than we are today. He's comedian Josh Wolf. He's got a great podcast. He's performing all over the world. And he's a Patriots fan.
Yeah,
so
huge.
Out with the champ here?
Huge, yeah. Now, pretty excited, pretty excited.
Did you say thank you? Did you bring him any gifts?
No, you know what's funny is that I'm a Boston sports fan, but I'm not like the typical, there's a certain age you have to be where you can't wear jerseys anymore. Like, there are buddies of mine where I'm like,
I agree.
Yeah, if you, look, you're not playing, and especially if you wear a jersey with your name on the back, like, listen, fuckwad, you're not playing today.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They're not putting you in the game, dude.
I ain't putting no grown-ass man name on my back.
No.
If you ain't related to me, I ain't fucking with your jersey. I'm not going anywhere. I don't care if we friends. I'm not putting, and my wife ain't wearing nobody's jersey. I wish she would wear another man's jersey.
So it wasn't cool when I got the show that I went on eBay and bought Martellus Bennett jersey? That wasn't cool. Okay,
First of all, my jersey probably sells for 75 cents. Because they ain't worth shit.
Why do you think I bought so many of them? All right.
What's the age limit for the jersey?
Once you old enough to have now I won't say orgasm, I say once you're old enough to make yourself breakfast.
Oh, yeah, come on. I say high school.
High school, I mean.
You leave in high school when you go to college.
No, senior year of high school is the last year. The junior year of high school is the last year you can wear it. Because senior year, these guys can influence you. You enjoy the way they play. You like to play like them. But your senior year, you're starting to become your own player. Like, you no longer can wear a Tom Brady jersey. Like, Johnny Manziel called me. He's my homie. So Johnny Manziel hit me up one time. We was playing the Patriots. He's like, hey, I want to come to the game. I was like, man, it's late. I don't know if I can get you great seats, but I can get you some tickets. And he's like, all right. So I got him a couple tickets. And at the game, after the game, I look at Instagram, and he had a Tom Brady jersey on. I was just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. You know how many fucks I give about Johnny Manziel? 0. So
I saw a picture of Manziel wearing a Manziel jersey. I'm like, come on, bro. You could do that. You can't wear your own jersey.
The Boston sports thing. You got the Red Sox hat on. Yes. You are Mr. Boston Sports. The world champion Boston Red Sox, well, they're getting after it. They've racked up 2 separate $300,000 bar tabs since winning the World Series. Marty, how many fucks you give about the Red Sox doing their thing as the champs?
I give no fucks about this because that's what champs do. They spray champagne on people that they do know and people that they don't know, and it's okay. So champions do championship things.
How many fucks you give about the world champs?
I give one giant championship fuck because I agree. That's what they're supposed. Like, I hated it when people who were winning Super Bowls and stuff were like, we're going to Disneyland. No, I want to hear you say, I'm getting a hooker and some Coke. You know what I mean? I want to know the truth. I want to know what you're doing. $600,000 seems low for a championship bar tab.
But especially baseball money.
Yeah, run that shit. If it was lower than that, I would be disappointed, to tell you the truth. I give one giant championship fuck. Keep the tab going up.
They did all that at Disneyland. That'd be a good time too. Now, James, how many fucks do you give?
I give one envious fuck because that's all I want in life is just to pop thousands of dollars worth of bottles and look down at the people in the regular section like, you couldn't be here. You can't live this life. You see me spending all this money that you work hard for. We're spending $600,000 in one night. We're spending lifetimes of money in one night. We're better than everyone in here.
Yeah.
We're better.
I'm gonna give a slow clap for that because this is a stereotypical Negro. Do you want to go get some gold chains?
Yeah. Yes.
You want to make the tip? You want to remake the tip drill video?
Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna see James out in front of Target doing it later with his car.
There's nothing in the comedy world that allows us to pop bottles.
No, there isn't.
Well,
Great set.
Let's stick with Boston sports, shall we? I only give $4 because that's this $4 beer worth of celebrating. Like, they got to step their game up, honestly. They should be way into the millions by now. Sticking with Boston sports. Speaking of Boston, Harvard researchers say an odd cigar-shaped interstellar object seen passing through our solar system may have been an alien probe. They nicknamed it Oumuamua. Marty, how many fucks you give about life becoming kind of like a Will Smith movie?
I give a Jeff Goldblum worth of fucks because he told us at Independence Day that those aliens out there, motherfuckers, they want to listen. I've been telling everybody for the longest that I know aliens and there's aliens out there now. They have this come to Jesus moment, right, or come to ET moment saying, look, there's UFOs in the air. No shit. As a Harvard Business School alumni.
I can't say it with a straight face.
You couldn't even get that out of your mouth without...
Went to Harvard Business School once for a sandwich. Yeah.
You see how he did this too?
Straightened up a little bit.
Right. And I like that Harvard Business knows something about aliens. But okay.
There's space business. I went to speak at NASA one time. There was a whole space business conference I went and spoke at NASA one time. And I was talking about,
I'm sure.
I was talking about this shit while I was there, and I was wondering who's in charge of real estate in space.
Josh, how many fucks you give about the real estate in space?
I will tell you, I think there are beings out there. There's no doubt. But I give 0 fucks about this story. Did you read the article? Could be. Yeah, I guess it could be. Do you know what I mean? It also could be a giant ATM that shits out hamburgers. I don't know what it is. It looks, honestly, it looks like some Spaceball shit. It looks like a giant, if this was in Spaceballs, Rick Moranis would be like, what's that giant turd? It looks like a giant piece of poop.
Congratulations on the first Rick Moranis reference in the history of mostly football. James, how many fucks you give?
I give 1 identified flying fuck.
Yeah.
Because honestly, they be lying to us, okay? There's aliens in the sky like 3-4 times a year, and they're like, oh, they were testing a missile.
3 or 4 times a year.
What's that?
Yeah, like I feel like every 4.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I be like playing video games, so I don't know. I miss some, but like when I, but like on Instagram,
like how much can Tesla test? How much can SpaceX
How many
test?
missile tests? Stop lying to me and just reveal it. What's his name? Where they come from? And what do they want?
When you're like, it could be. I guess.
I could be an alien.
Yeah, that's what it could be. That's what the articles were.
Could be. I give a billion fucks about this. I want these aliens to just be our friends already and start hanging out with them and playing football with them.
All I know is I'm going to give me a pit bull.
You're going to get what?
A pit bull.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Pit bulls versus aliens, the age-old battle. All right, Josh, you and Marty, you both have daughters. You guys both have daughters, so this next story might be of interest to you. The Girl Scouts are suing the Boy Scouts, picturing age-old battles, for trademark infringement for removing boy from their name. They allege the Girl Scouts will be marginalized by the rebranding because the Boy Scouts, well, they've started accepting girls. Now, Marty, great cookies, but how many fucks you give about the whole Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts lawsuit?
I give a caramel delight worth of fucks. Right? And this is because, what the fuck are the Boy Scouts doing? There's already a Girl Scouts. They don't need a Boy Scouts to have Girl Scouts in there. And then the Girl Scouts, the girls want to do Boy Scout stuff. They add some of the Boy Scout stuff to the Girl Scouts. Just rebrand the Girl Scout shit. I'm buying Girl Scout cookies. I don't buy Boy Scout cookies. I don't like the Boy Scout cookies. I like the Girl Scout cookies, the caramel delight and the Thin Mints and all them shits. So I don't even know what the fuck is going on with all this shit, but I get where they're coming from. I don't know how it's going to marginalize them as a marginalized group of people that I come from. I don't know how this is marginalizing anyone in this situation because they still get to participate in the scouting community. So there, that's why I have a caramel delight.
I didn't even know Boy Scouts had cookies. How
I
many
didn't
bucks
know.
you give? Yeah.
Exactly.
I didn't know
If the
that
Boy
either.
Scouts start making cookies, then you're being marginalized because you have a monopoly already. So I don't even know if it's a marginalization anyway because it's a monopolies on the Boy Scout cookie thing that you're making.
What kind of cookies are the Boy Scouts make?
Chocolate chip cookies, macadamia nut, the real shit.
The Boy Scouts? I haven't seen
They don't
any of
make
those.
it either. I'm saying they
that
should.
shit. How many fucks you give about this one, John?
In this, and I just think when businesses step out of their business model, it's not good when they start. So I have a stay in your lane fuck. Like this is what you know what I mean? Like it's like when you go into a Mexican restaurant, it's made great tacos, and all of a sudden you're like, why is there Chinese food on the menu? Do you know what I mean? Stay in your
like
lane.
Jack in the Box.
You do what you do. You're the Boy Scouts. Do you know what I mean? Let the Girl Scouts be the Girl Scouts, and the Boy Scouts be the Boy Scouts.
Now, James, I know you're very passionate about this subject.
Yes, I give 848 fucks because I was in Troop 848. I was a Boy Scout.
Oh.
And no, we did not make cookies.
What did you do?
We built shit, we shot shit, we rode shit. And at the end of the day, I kind of feel like the Boy Scouts should just be the Boy Scouts, you know, and the Girl Scouts should be the Girl Scouts. And if anybody just wants to hang out, they got these things called jamborees and scout camps. But, you know, why don't we just, honestly, this is too much for me.
I know. I didn't know you were an ambassador and influencer for Scout culture.
I was a
Like,
Life Scout, which is right before
amazing.
Eagle Scout. So, like, I was, like, almost the top of the top.
You couldn't
But
make
you
it.
quit.
Yeah.
I quit before you made it to the top.
I did.
Life
lesson. Josh, thanks for playing How Many
Thanks,
Fucks
guys.
with
Thanks
us.
for
We
having me. I
appreciate you
appreciate
coming
it.
on the show. And be sure to download this dude's podcast as well. Funny stuff as always. You
and
also
the
got a special,
my
Father
special.
of the Year. It's available on his website. You got a lot of shit to sell, man.
ComedianJoshWolf.com, everybody.
Good stuff.
$5.
All right, coming up.
That out.
She not only sings, she's a chef. Jordin Sparks, she teaches us how to make cake in a jar. Coming up next. But first, Buffalo Bills fans are so frustrated with quarterback Nathan Peterman and his 10 interceptions. That's right, 10 picks. He threw 3 more last week against the Bears. They started a GoFundMe page for his retirement. Peterman's not the first QB to stink it up in the league. Turns out there's a whole club of them. Roll it.
Nathan Peterman with another trash performance. Yuck.
Peterman, over here. Johnny Football? Well, what do you want? Tough game, but I got some great news for you, my friend. You're eligible to join our exclusive club. All you gotta do is guess the password.
Password? Man, I suck at passing.
That is correct. Come on in.
What is this place?
This, my friend, is the Scrub Club. That guy over there, that's Ryan Leaf, and the one over there with a little more to love, that's Jamarcus Russell.
What's up? Want to watch some Blitz packages?
Scrub Club. I'm not a scrub.
Oh, really? Pass me that banana.
Now pass me a biscuit.
Now pass me.
All right. Maybe I'm a trash QB, but what if I don't want to be in your club?
Easy. All you got to do is walk out that door.
Really? All right, well, it was nice meeting you fellas, and I appreciate your offer for membership in your Scrub Club, but I guess I'll just be seeing you around. It's locked. I can't get out.
Exactly. Welcome home, Nathan.
No.
Our guest today, she won American Idol at 17 years young. She's a huge pop star. She conquered Broadway, and now she has her own YouTube cooking show, Heart of the Batter. If she can teach me how to cook, well, then she actually is a superstar. It's Jordin Sparks.
We can do this.
Mostly football. Thanks so much.
Yeah,
love
no
of
worries.
cooking, obviously,
Thank
is
you.
deep for you and very real, but so is your love of football.
Yes, absolutely.
So you grew up a diehard Cardinals fan, huh?
I did. I grew up a Cardinals fan, but I also grew up a Giants fan because my dad played. So I have an allegiance to the Giants, but I grew up with the Cardinals.
How was it? I have a daughter who got to spend a couple years before I retired as a daughter of a NFL player. Hopefully she doesn't remember me as that, because that would be a terrible memory for her. Well, what was it like growing up with a father that played in the league?
It was good. There was a lot of moving, a lot of meeting new people all the time, moving different houses, all that stuff. But it was really cool to see my dad do something that he loved, and also he retired at 30 after playing for 9 years. So
that's what I did.
Yes, and so he was like, you know, I want to be able to walk off the field
Yes.
instead of wheel off or anything like that, and so I respect him for that.
No, you have to, because you want to be a functional father for your daughter, your family, your wife. They deserve a dad that's fully functional, you know what I'm saying? And a husband that's fully functional. That's something that played a role in my retirement as well.
Yeah,
that's why I walked away from golf.
I thought they just didn't let too.
I just want to play with my kids, yo.
I feel like golf for black people is almost like being a black person in a scary movie. You only can have so many people on the golf course at a time because you know they're going to die off. You know what I'm saying? So being the only black person on the golf course is like being the only black person in a scary movie.
All right, let's get to this food now, shall we? Let's get to this food. Why don't we change gears here and let's talk some more cooking.
What are we
doing here, Jordan?
What we have here is something super easy. This is a mug cake that I did a couple of weeks ago, and it's really simple. So you're going to start off with your pumpkin puree, and then I want you guys to add the wet ingredients. So your almond milk.
Ooh.
We're so LA. I love it.
Yep,
almond
and your
milk.
vanilla.
I love it.
What is this? Vanilla?
Mm-hmm, vanilla, and then you want to stir it together. Make sure everything gets kind of mixed in.
Well, speaking of...
Why does she have a whisk piss thingy majigga?
You want a whisk? You can have my whisk if you'd like.
Thank you.
I've already... There you go.
Thank you. I can
Jordan,
tell you're a parent.
speaking of mixing,
yes.
You know, a family is a mixture of personalities, and I understand you're married to a Chicago Bears fan.
I am,
and
yes.
You're loyal to the Cardinals, so how does that work in the house as far as, you know, allegiance to football teams and getting who's the baby gonna be raised to root for?
Honestly, I think I'm gonna have to get 2 jerseys and cut it and sew it together because I think that's
what my parents did when they came to see me and my brother play.
I think that's how it's gonna be. Yeah, we're gonna.
Y'all weren't on the same team?
No, I'm talking about in the NFL. We both were professional athletes.
I don't think I'm cooking. I feel like I'm just like turning the same stuff.
Okay,
around
wait.
and
Just
around.
keep stirring, and then.
How long do you whip this? Wait, what?
No, you're done. You're done. You're good. You can add your dry ingredients,
put this
and
shit
then.
in there?
Wait, what's a jar ingredient?
Dry.
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 Oh, that's what they call it.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So there's dry and wet. Yep. Pour it all in there.
So there's dry ingredients and wet ingredients.
Yes.
There's a joke in there, but I'm not gonna say that just because the whole Me Too movement.
Is
the
movement the reason why it's not appropriate?
Oh, thank you very much.
This is gonna help make it easier.
Okay, so we dumped the whole egg in there, huh?
One
How many
egg.
eggs?
One egg. You have one right there in your bowl.
Okay, thank you. You're so nice.
You're welcome.
Got my eggs out.
And then you continue.
How do you like your eggs? Fried and fertilized. Fried and fertilized. How you like your eggs? You remember that shit?
No, I didn't grow up in the country.
What they gotta do with anything?
Anyways.
Good one, Ben.
Thanks, James.
Ben comes with one joke in 9 weeks, and this shit's terrible.
That was a zinger.
Wait.
A zinger.
Okay, so it'll be easy if you lean it this way a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And then kind of go underneath it. That way it can mix it all in there.
Yeah, he's not the brightest
And
apple.
your flour. You got to put your flour in there.
We can't just Postmates this?
Most
You could
friends,
if you want to.
Jordan, when they're watching football, they're
Yes.
not making pumpkin
That's
spice
true.
cakes with
Very
their
true.
friends.
Very true.
What goes on at your house football Sundays? What kind of stuff do you like to cook?
So what we do now, we have our garage is now the sports cave. That's what we decided to call it because I like sports just as much as he does. So we have our sports cave, and then we go out there and we watch the games.
Wait, so you took over the man cave?
I didn't take over. I'm allowed in there. So it's the sports
Just
cave.
like the
Did you help
Scouts.
decorate it?
I did.
Great callback.
Just like the Scouts.
Should we be pouring our
Okay, so once it's all
food in this jar, or what's
Wait,
going
what
yeah,
do I do now?
Put those little
All the
ingredients
dry
in there
ones,
too.
dude.
All of it?
Yeah,
This is dry ingredients,
all of
bro.
it. Yeah.
So all the dry
Brown
ingredients.
sugar,
I love
pumpkin
brown
pie
sugar.
spice. Me too.
Yes.
Want some of your brown sugar?
We can't afford
Brown sugar.
Don't sing anymore. We can't afford it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, so when we pour it,
I should know that. I should know that.
Right?
My bad. You guys can just mute that.
Legal!
Mute it.
Hey,
Mute
somebody
it.
get the legal team.
hey, so
We
Sparks,
would've
when
been
you
singing
put it
your
in the
songs
jar,
if we
Yes.
what are we doing? When we put it in the jar, what happens next?
So you put it in the jar, and then all you have to do is put it into the microwave for 1 minute and 30 seconds.
This was actually.
Wait, you put this, that we're done?
So you put it in the mug.
Hey, this almost looks like that shit that Bill Gates had.
It kind of does.
Hey, we got two callbacks to the same segment. We're on the roll.
So yes.
Hey,
then
Bill,
you're gonna take it.
I wanna,
All right, so
it
you were
doesn't
here
smell
earlier,
like it,
Jordan.
though. It smells delicious.
So great.
Much better.
You were here earlier and you put 2 in the microwave. You
Yes.
whipped up 2, so we can see this is what the finished product.
I got a
looks
question.
like, the
Yes.
magic of TV.
Magic
Pumpkin pie or pecan pie? Or do you say pecan? Pecan or pecan?
Check it out.
Depends on who I'm talking to.
Oh, sweet.
There we go.
So here's one of the
That's
mug
the finished
cakes.
product.
These are great because you can make them super quickly. So
Yes.
you normally if we didn't have to
another.
if we didn't have to talk so much right now, they would probably already be done and we'd be eating them.
So,
Marty, I'm gonna try yours.
Yeah, you could try that. So fuck a Starbucks. I could just drive by Jordin House and get me a pumpkin spice that's much healthier than what Starbucks made. And
Not
Starbucks,
gluten-free.
does Starbucks sponsor me?
You have to spoon.
No.
Spoon for you.
I'm sure some
I'm not
drinks
eating
like
after
this
Ben.
Woo, get down here.
No, don't. Nah, he's not married.
So, Jordan,
I
so, Jordan, I know you're a huge fantasy football player. Are you one of
Yes.
those people who have like 5 teams? You just have one that's like your squad.
Well, I thought about doing 2 this year, and then I could barely keep up with the one, just trying to remember the draft day. So I only have 1, but my first year I started, I had 2, and I won both.
All right,
my
so
leagues.
stick around next. We got Liz Loza. She's our fantasy football expert. She's going to give you some tips, obviously.
Yeah.
And these are absolutely delicious.
Bomb.
Liz Loza coming up next on Mostly Football. But don't go anywhere right now because we got something really funny that Marty created for you to watch.
I just don't know why this motherfucker get to eat the spice and I don't get to eat the spice. He's eating out my shit,
You
man.
can I give you a spoon. Here you go.
I don't want to eat after him. Definitely not you. You're not married. Don't tell
Okay,
me where your mouth's been.
let's make it.
Does a duck use duct tape when shit goes wrong? Or do they use human tape? Quack, quack, deep shit.
That's a goose use.
Does a duck use duct tape is a great question if I do say so myself. Jordin Sparks, mother, wife, singer, chef, and fantasy football athlete is still hanging out with us. And look who's here too. Our other fantasy athlete, superstar athlete, Liz Loza.
Hello.
How's it going?
I'm good. This is so good.
I made that.
You like it.
I made that for you.
Thank you, Marty. I appreciate it. Look at him.
Yes. So let's start off with NFC East with the Cowboys and the Eagles and the 2 big mid-season trades where some people think they were big and some people don't. Amari Cooper to Dallas and Golden Tate to Philly. Which of these guys make a bigger impact down the stretch?
Well, I would have to go with Golden Tate because he's one of the best after-the-catch athletes currently playing the game. Before being traded, he was on pace for 100 catches, almost 1,200 yards, and 7 scores. Not going to produce that much because of an extra bye week, so he won't play a full 16 games. But he's good for 90 catches and 1,000 yards. He's done that much in 3 of his last 4 years. Nelson Aguilar hasn't done a whole lot in this offense, so I think that that's the piece that they want to replace. I also like the Eagles' chances better down the stretch. If we're looking at the Cowboys and Amari Cooper, I know he scored on Monday night. Congratulations, yay, you found the end zone in Malcolm Butler's coverage. So that's cool. You're one of 7 touchdowns that Butler's given up this season.
Loza.
Loza
like a little Loza shade.
Long range.
I like it. But you were happy for Amari Cooper scoring a touchdown.
I was. A couple years ago, I had Derek Carr and Amari Cooper on my fantasy team, so they were great
That was
tandem
a couple
for me.
years ago. It was not so
was
bad.
It was a couple years ago, and then things just kind of, I don't know what happened. And so I was happy to see him go somewhere and actually produce. So that was nice.
Gruden's got to worry about upgrading to DSL. So that's
What's
what he's
DSL?
Exactly. Internet service. He's still worried about the modem. He doesn't run on Wi-Fi yet.
That's a great joke. Liz over here with the zinger.
That was a deep one.
Zing.
I had to go way back,
That's a
remember
deep
that.
cut right there.
Yes.
DSL.
So that's a great zing. And another zing is that the Seahawks are 4-4 and look like overachievers. The Rams are 8-1, but have an underachieving defense. It's all relative. Right, Liz? Hold on a second, Liz. Before you say anything, how about my teleprompter skills, man?
Not that great. Liz, let's get back to the football.
We'll keep working.
Rams have an underachieving defense. Aaron Donald looks like he's achieving to me.
He is.
Underachieving. Well, weren't you calling him motherfucker last week? You would call him motherfucker this, motherfucker this, and
The
Aaron
motherfucker
Donald.
be balling.
Right. It's their secondary that's underachieving. Marcus Peters has been smoked for over 350 yards past 2 weeks. Devontae Adams and Michael Thomas have owned him. I don't think he's healthy. He hurt his calf ahead of that. I'm looking at you because you're the only other Ram.
You're absolutely right.
Also not
No, you're absolutely right. He isn't healthy, and he hasn't been all season. So when he has gotten those tough assignments of Michael Thomas and Devontae Adams, he hasn't looked great.
Yeah. And they need to lead back on the field. I mean, you are an Arizona Cardinals fan. This is the NFC West. Things are changing. Bruce Arians has blessed the good juju that is going to happen out of the bye. I feel that.
I'm hoping
Out
so.
of the Cardinals?
I'm hoping.
The best thing y'all did was get rid of Sam Bradford, the biggest thief in NFL history.
Do you have
No, he's just rolling in dough for so little work.
That is very, you know what? That was a double entendre coming from you. As a chef, rolling in dough, like using the money. Like, I see you with your lyrics.
Thanks, thank you.
Are there any Cardinals on your fantasy team? Just out of like emotion?
No.
No Cardinals on
Yeah,
fantasy
she's
team.
a smart fantasy player. She wants to win her fantasy
So
league.
my mom's doing her first year of fantasy, and she actually drafted Larry. I've known him since I was 14 years old.
Great
so
guy.
he's an awesome guy.
He's been in the league since you were 4 years old.
And he's
so-
been in the league forever. But we saw him the other day, and my mom was like, don't do it, Mom, don't. She goes, I need to get you off my bench. I was like, don't do it.
He
said
balled
it
for
to
over
him?
100 yards heading into
Yes.
the bye. It was his first 100-yard game since Christmas Eve of 2017.
He had a
Byron
great
left
game.
him chain thing.
Yeah, he had a great game, but my mom said it, and I was like, not every player wants to know that they're on your fantasy team.
I'm going to tell you this.
Marty has lots of
No player wants to know that.
Right.
If you're ever out there, fantasy team etiquette, do not tell a player that they're great for you or bad for you on your fantasy team.
Don't do it.
Because we do not give a flying fuck about your fantasy team and how you're doing in your man cave.
It's true.
And know who else?
Your
Know
man
who we
cave.
should give a flying fuck about though? The 6-2 Chargers, who are uncharacteristically. Why y'all get to such big words in my shit? Off to a strong start. It might just be the NFL's best team that no one is talking about. But everyone deserves a little love, right, Liz? How do you feel about the Chargers? Are they keeping you charged?
Sparks up.
Oh! I am plugged into the chart.
Oh my gosh, I love this place. It's so punny.
Oh, the puns just keep falling.
Love it.
Keenan Allen certainly got love heading out of the team's bye. He complained in London about not getting enough looks, and then he went off for over 124 yards. Week 11 is when last year he started to ramp it up. He hasn't found the end zone since week 1, but I think that changes against the Raiders because they can't tackle.
Man, that guy's one of the best receivers in the league that no one ever talks about. His routes, his releases, he's saucy. I'm a huge fan of Keenan Allen and the things that he does on the field. Like, the dude's a beast.
Yeah, one time he really shit on me in a celebrity basketball game. So shout out to Keenan Allen. And also shout out to the 10 guys on that team who all have the last name Williams, who are all really good wide receivers. I don't know which of the Williams is the best one,
Mike.
but I know that they have a
One
lot
of
of
them
them on. Like, someone named Williams is going to score in San Diego.
Anytime a guy is bald-headed and like 23 years old, you know he can ball.
Why is it so true, though?
If he bald-headed at 23, he's good at something. He has to be good at something.
God took away his hair to add more talent.
Yeah, we want to take this away and put that into your awesomeness. And for this week's, usually, Jordan, you haven't been. This is your first time on the show.
Yes,
And
okay.
usually what we do is a football fantasy fun where we change it up just a little bit.
Okay.
And instead of drafting our favorite cool shit or favorite players, we draft other cool shit. We start by making some cut things out there. What the fuck is that say? Why are there so many words? Start me back over on this read, please. Oh, keep it going.
You're
on the
killing
chopping
it.
block today are words. Like, they put too many words in this shit, and someone needs to chop off the words in my list on the prompter. So we're going to chop off words that you will draft the word that you do not want to exist anymore.
Okay, I'm ready.
God damn. God damn. I just leave it out to hang out here.
It's hard reading and talking, isn't it, Martellus?
All right, I'm going to go first so I can give Jordan a little bit of time because I know what I want to say. And it's not that I have trouble with this word in particular. It's just that I don't like the current context in which it's being used. It's curve. Like, oh, I curved this girl who texted me or this guy who texted me. No, be a grown-up. Don't curve or
Is it
ghost.
curve or curb?
Curb.
Jordan, you got the next one. What do you got?
Okay, so this word, if I could drop it from every single conversation, if it's ever had, it'd be polyp.
I've never heard that word used in a
hate
sentence.
this. I hate it.
Did
I
you
hate,
use it in a sentence?
I hate this. A polyp, yeah, like medically.
Oh, shoot.
Like, if I just, the word itself is gross.
No one's ever like, oh,
even
how are you
saying
feeling?
it.
Oh, my polyps feel good.
Right, but when you have to hear it,
meniscus,
it's like,
yeah.
Do you get polyps drained or excised?
What the fuck is a polyp?
You do both. It's like a cyst.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that word.
It's gross.
That's a weak ass word.
Let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of it. What do you got, James?
This word should be eliminated, not for me, but for my boy Martellus. It's the word uncharacteristically. I don't know if we have it in the edit, but please go back to, like, I don't know, 30 seconds ago when Martell.
What she said. Why would I use that word?
It was really long.
It was
filled up the whole thing.
Supercalifragilistic.
So yes, uncharacteristically, when said by Martellus, let's just get rid of it. Let's just give him smaller words.
Yeah, definitely give me smaller words. What
You
got?
know what word I'm tired of? Is tired. Everybody's always like, I'm tired. I'm so tired. Fucking sleep. Like, honestly, I'm tired of people saying the word tired.
I like your font, though.
Thanks,
I see you, a little art
looks
right there.
good.
Marty, you're not the only artist on
Yeah,
this.
I create.
You create?
I'm into animation. I'm into awesome shit every single day. Like cool words with bubbles.
Well, I got 2 words just because I'm special.
Oh.
My first word is moist. Because
Thank you.
I hate the word moist. It should not exist. It's a terrible word. Just describes like a wet towel sitting in the corner somewhere. And they try to say it was moist. And my second word is President Trump. We should just retire that shit and send him somewhere off on a boat.
2020 can't come fast enough. All right, good stuff, Marty. Liz, as always, thanks for joining the show.
Thank you.
Jordin Sparks, we're going to have you back again, I'm sure.
Please
I
have
hope
me back.
to.
I
You were
would love
awesome.
to. Thank
and
you.
congrats on the YouTube show.
Thank you
Thanks
very
for
much.
cooking with us.
Cheers. Cheers.
Yeah, bring it
Oh,
to
where are our mugs?
Hey, Jordan.
I feel like I'm the only one that ate it.
Hey, Jordan.
Pumpkin cake to the
Marty.
show. Cheers
Thanks for
to you.
providing a spark on the show today.
Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome.
Well, we've talked a lot today about coaches and players whose jobs are on the line, and at this point in the season, so we are trying now to save them. What else was going to do that? It's a game show. That's why. Let's save the coaches.
Welcome back to In Jeopardy. I'm Michael Strahan, hosting another show because I hate to be alone with my thoughts. Before we get to our final clue, it's been a tough race so far. And by tough, I mean tough to watch, because they trash. Jameis is in the lead with $2. No, Jameis, no, don't eat the dub. That's just gross. And in second place with $0 is Cowboys head coach Jason Garrett, who is yet to buzz in because he appears to be an actual puppet. In third place right now is Oakland coach John Gruden with minus $10 million of the Raiders' money.
Fell behind. All right, these guys had some big answers. But once we get to Las Vegas, everyone's gonna forget how embarrassing this was.
Khalil Mack ain't forgetting. Anyway, let's get this shit over with. It's our final clue of the day. The category is job on the line. The clue? Though not available over the counter, an NFL doctor might offer this as a job-saving remedy. Okay, let's see what y'all struggling fools came up with. Coach Gruden, you answered, what is trade your quarterback mid-game? That's incorrect, and you wagered your 2019 salary. So that puts the Raiders at minus $20 million. Ooh, good Lord, that's a lot of money. Puppet coach Jason Garrett answered, what is Jerry Jones is the best boss ever? Can't imagine that's true. And looks like you wagered one I voted sticker. Clearly stolen because puppets not allowed to vote. And finally, Jameis went with, what is winning cures everything? That's actually correct. You wagered one bag of crab legs, which is just ridiculous. But you're still today's winner. Jameis, you'll be going home with a $200 Uber gift card.
Can I get another prize? I can't use that right now. My account's a little bit.
Shut up, Jameis. Anyway, I'm off to Tahiti to host the International Squirrel Skydiving Finals. Should be nuts. Till next time, I'm Michael Strahan, and remember, if you're a millionaire, you're never really in jeopardy.
Yeah, Michael Strahan gets all the gigs. All right, that was some comedy greatness, and we like to recognize all forms of creative greatness and genius on this show, Mostly Football. So, time for the Marty Awards. My Marty Award this week goes to the director of a new documentary, The Last Race. It's Michael Dweck. I saw the film out at Sundance. It's an incredible documentary about the last driving racetrack on Long Island. It's really, really well shot. Michael Dweck's a huge star. We're doing a Q&A here in Hollywood this week, so hit me up on Twitter. I am Ben Lyons. You want tickets? Who's your Marty Award?
Every week, his Marty Award goes to a friend, and you push him towards your website. I'm on to you.
I'm promoting the film.
I am Ben Lyons.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Is this better? I give the Marty Award to myself. I'm the most creative person in the world. Is that better? That's how we do it around here.
I think that's way better than what you just did. Well, my Marty Award this week goes to Samsung. Samsung, they just made a new bendable phone, and they're always at the forefront of technology and doing things creative and trying new things. So for their creativity and always risking it and trying new things, unlike some other companies out there that will keep making the same shit over and over again, who's ready for the iPhone 12?
You're not getting a Samsung deal. Pass the award
Right.
on. Next. Good try, though. It's a good try. Yeah.
That's how we get free stuff. Shout out to Gucci, Ferrari, and whoever got a private jet. You get my Marty Award. No, but seriously, my Marty Award goes to everybody who showed up and voted.
Yeah.
Real talk. You guys are the MVPs. Everyone wants to have opinions and argue and be on this and that side. It's like old school bad boy versus death row. But when it comes down to it, your vote is what counts, so shout out to everybody who voted. You're the real MVP.
Well said.
Yes, and for everyone who went out on a voting adventure the last couple of days, I went on an adventure last week, and this week's adventures with Marty, I sat down and had a dope conversation with one of my friends, a former teammate, Spencer Paysinger, an incredible dude who's the inspiration for the all-new CW show, All-American. Check this out, bro. Welcome to the show, Mostly Football. It's good to have you on here, old teammate, you know, shining. Because I always find it, as an athlete, like life after football for a lot of guys is a struggle.
Yeah.
But you've been able to do it well. What do you think that's the key for that?
Just not being stagnant. I always call it a job. I never call it a career. Because, like, you know, like you could play for 10 years, get out, you're 30, and you're like, what? I haven't lived a third of my life yet. I've had people hit me up that have since retired that were like, if you can, walk away on your own accord. In movies, once you get to your greatest goal, that's the end of the story. The credits roll, you know, you're glorious or whatever, but then you don't realize that now you're 26, 27 years old and you still have hopefully 70 more years of life.
So you grew up in South Central and then you go play football on the other side of the hill and you take your life story and you turn that into a pitch for a show that you're able to sell and now it's airing on CW.
Yeah.
What was that process like? That's pretty cool shit as someone out here with the same hustle to see that it's possible. It's inspiring.
It was like part luck, part knowing the right people, and this story just kind of fit to the times. You know, CW hadn't really had a show about a young black character, and the dynamic of being in both worlds and not necessarily fitting in.
It's a good chance for them to blend, cross over.
Exactly. So in the pilot, I pretty much wrote like a lot of the football scenes. I helped April write a lot of football scenes and a lot of my dialogue, just to give some authenticity to it.
Yeah. When did you fall in love with films?
I fell in love with film when I was a kid. My uncle would take me and my brothers to the movies, and we'd spend all night at movies, seeing 2 or 3 movies at a time, coming home at like 2 o'clock in the morning. So once I got to the league, that first off day, I didn't want to be around anybody. Like dudes want to hang out, want to rehab together. I'm like, yo, get away from me. Like, we're together 15 hours a day, 7 days a week. So that's what movies became to me, was finding a place to escape for 3 hours a day.
See, movies are the reason I am the way I am. Like, if it wasn't for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Gene Wilder playing Willy Wonka, I would be totally a different person. But seeing him on the screen and him making something so delicious that everybody wanted it. And I was just like, I want to do that. I want to make chocolate.
That's why, like, when I retired, I started getting involved with the community more, because now I have a lot of time on my hands to be able to do that. So holding career days with, you know, architects, you know, with writers, with directors, with doctors, and putting them in these schools to say, hey, yes, I did play football. Yes, I was successful at football. We both were. But don't make me your image. There's literally 50 other people in this room showing you their careers, not only in the industry, but also thriving in the industry.
Congratulations on the new show.
Appreciate it. Congratulations for you for literally everything. You're one of the few people when it came to sports and, you know, after the fact, that has still, you know, allowed themselves to thrive.
Why play football when you could create a show about football? And that is Coffee with Marty. I don't drink coffee personally.
We got tea for you though.
But I do look like coffee.
Welcome back to the show, Adam. As you know, the public had their best weekend by far last week, taking down Vegas to the tune of $11 million. Love hearing that. You don't hear it too often. So, Cap, you cash it all in, or are you going to double it down?
Big time. I cashed in big time in the Steers, and I cashed in last night on the Wolves, so thank you very much, Derrick Rose.
All right. Shout out to D. Rose having a big week. The public wasn't the only ones who cashed tickets, as we were all giving out winners last week. Adam, another solid week with your fave money, hitting on all 3 of your bets, winning $250. I'm leaving you all in the dust, patting my lead with another big week. That's right, pushing my total to almost $1,700 of fake money. And James, even though you won $150 on the week, you took another L, losing for the 2nd straight week, and you weren't here for charcuterie with Action Bronson, so it was definitely a loss for you. We promised last week that there would be punishment. So what did you do for us, James?
For my punishment, they made me star in my own commercial. And while I don't like being publicly shamed, what I do know is Pam Anderson don't got shit on me. Roll it, or not. I've been drowning in bad bets recently, so to save myself and get back into gambling shape, I will be doing my best Hasselhoff impersonation as punishment for losing for the past 2 weeks, and mostly football. Fuck you guys. This sucks, like, come on, just come on now. Don't lose football bets.
Really analyzing his running? Really? That's
well,
what my
whole problem with that whole thing is this can't swim.
That is actually incorrect. My black parents put me in swim class when I was very young.
What do you think he was doing at the Boy Scouts all day long? He was learning how to swim. All right, well done, James. All right, first up, we've got 2 teams trending in opposite directions. The Cowboys head to Philly Sunday night on a short week to take on the Eagles. The Cowboys lost 3 of 4 games and enter the game as 6-point dogs. Any chance they turn that around, Marty? What do you think?
No, like this done. The Cowboys are, that's it. We'll just hang it up.
James?
Yeah. What Marty said? I got my money on the Eagles. I'm putting $100 down because, the Cowboys are trash.
Yeah, Cowboys are trash. They've won 2 playoff games in 25 years, yet they're somehow still America's team. I don't get it. Going $100 of fake money on the Eagles.
All right, I'm fading all you guys here because I just say that the trends are clearly favoring the Cowboys, and with the public cleaning up, I should say, so much in the past few weeks with these public and these heavy plays and the favorites, I'm going contrarian here. I'm taking the Cowboys, $100 on them to actually get their shit together for a change and come and play up in Philly on Sunday night.
Whew, can't wait to see what the punishment is for next week. All right, up next, 2 rookie head coaches square off in Chicago. The Bears, they host Matt Patricia and the Lions. The Bears defense was suffocating last week and open as a 6-point favorites at home. Wow, will it be a repeat for the Monsters of the Midway? You like the Bears? How about this one, James? What do you got?
I got the Bears just because I don't believe in Detroit as a city, as a team, as a franchise. And yeah. That's it.
All right, I'm going with the Bears. I talked to my grandma this week. She's the biggest Bears fan in the entire world, and she said they're going to win. So I'm taking $350 of the fake money that I have on this show, and I'm going to bet it on my grandma's Chicago Bears. Who you got?
I am fading you guys again because it's a rivalry game, and I always say take the points and know that 11 of the last 16 matchups, and this one has been decided by 6 points or less, including 9 of the last 12. So I got $100 riding on Detroit to cover that number.
Oh, man, like I said, I'm really excited for the punishment next week. All right, last up, not a great game, but an interesting spread. The Chiefs enter their game versus Jordin Sparks' Arizona Cardinals as 17-point favorites, tied for the largest spread of the year. The last time there was a 17-point dog, the Bills upset the Vikings straight up. Marty, did your mindset change when you hear there's like this many points being thrown on the table?
No.
Still go with the Chiefs?
I mean, if I was betting, I ran out of money. So
yeah, let's not listen to you, James. Who you got? James, we don't need to listen to this loser. You got money in your hands. What do you got?
Listen, I got $500 all in on the Chiefs. The Cardinals are that bad. They're like a bad comedy movie, like The Replacements or something. Like Like, even if they're motivated because they see this spread and they're like, nah, they're so bad that their motivation won't even take them over the top.
Wait, hold on. I'm getting a call. Oh, it's just Bank of America telling me I'm still rich.
All right, yeah. Sure. Packers fans everywhere, I'm sure, really appreciate that. I'm going to go with James on this. I'm going with the Chiefs, but I'm not as confident as you are. $500 of fake money, that's way too much because I'm not rich. So I'm going to go $17 of fake money for the 17-point spread.
What?
Who you got?
I thought the minimum bet was $50.
What bookie's going to take a $17 bet? But, I mean, listen, Chiefs are 8-1 against the spread. Cardinals are complete trash. And if the Broncos put up 45 points on them a couple weeks ago, what the fuck are the Chiefs going to do to them? So $100 to cover that absurd number.
Yeah,
on Sunday.
That's an absolutely absurd number. Well, good luck to you. Like I said, I
All of
can't
us.
wait to see what the punishment is next week. The Cardinals certainly look like ugly-ass dogs this week. Let's see who our ugly-ass dog is picking for tonight's big game. Stupid-ass dogs. The Panthers are good this year. All right, as hard as we try, we're not always the best versions of ourselves. Time for You're Better Than That. This week, we've got our eye on 69-year-old Dutchman Emil Radelband, who is attempting to legally change his age to 49 years old, citing chances of employment and difficulty matching on Tinder as main reasons why. His doctor apparently told him he has the health of a 45-year-old, but he should have told him, age ain't nothing but a number, dude. Come on, you're better than that. Tonight on Mostly Football, we're leaving you with what we like to call a parting gift. This was from the Ohio versus Miami of Ohio football game Wednesday night. Now, are these guys calling plays or trying to come up with the newest dance craze? Also, why are these guys playing football on Wednesday? I don't really get it. Check out Mostly Football every Thursday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on Complex and Yahoo Sports. We're on YouTube, we're on the app, we're on Facebook, we're everywhere. See you guys next time. Enjoy the games tonight. All right. I think we just made content. Oh, man.
Complex Network.